So this is a continuation of the previous video of me heading towards Arashiyama Station. So right here we arrived at the Arashiyama Station, a pretty famous location spot for people who visit Kyoto or in Japan in general. A very famous tourist spot, but as you can see from the amount of people here, there's not that many tourists in Japan right now. So yeah, this is all due to COVID. So I thought it was a chance for me to go to Kiyotaki River on a hike. So I went with my colleague, and yeah. So today we're hiking all the way over to Kiyotaki River. So if you wanted to not hike, you could use a bus that usually stops to the right side of here. So the right side of the screen is where the bus station is at. And right now I think there's a bus driver just chilling right here, waiting for his next shift, I think. So yeah, if you wanted to take the bus, you could take the bus. It's approximately, I think, a 20 to 30 minute walk just to get to the entrance of the Kiyotaki River. So yeah, if you wanted to only walk to or through Kiyotaki River, I recommend using the bus, and I'll show you where the bus station is later. So yeah, we're just still walking through Arashiyama. The weather today wasn't too good. It was kind of cloudy with some rain in bits of it, but yeah, overall it didn't rain too hard. It only drizzled a little, so it was great. Yeah, we're about to walk above a bridge, and as you can tell, this is what the bridge is, and this is what the rivers in Kyoto tend to look like. Both sides are usually layered with rock, and the floor of the riverbed is usually rock as well, and the bridge is usually made out of wood. A lot of bridges in Kyoto in general are kept in this manner, I guess. It's to keep the way that Kyoto looked back in the days. And this area I'm just talking about, this is like a place for a festival, and turns out it's not. It's just a tent that is usually out where they sell a lot of food usually for tourists that come, but of course there's no tourists, so the tents, there's no one there selling anything. And I kind of realized as well, walking through this area, that there was a lot of cyclists. As you can see, there's a couple people that go through the screen on their bicycles. So I guess this is a pretty famous area for people that rides bicycles as well. And yeah, up ahead is a bunch of mountains, and I think in Japanese I was talking about how there's a mountain for monkeys, or this place is famous for monkeys, I think. Japanese monkeys that only live around here. So yeah, it's a pretty cool area to come to if you wanted to experience Japan, I guess. You can see lots of wildlife. You can feel a lot of like the energy of the trees and the river, and yeah, great place to come. I recommend not coming here when it's a cloudy or rainy day. I'm about to head into like the main part of Arashiyama, I think. And this spot is usually packed with people, like really packed, like students and tourists, and I guess just family members as well. But yeah, as you can tell in the caption, there are no one. there is no one in the streets. So yeah, it's a big hit to the tourism in Kyoto, I guess. All of these shutters are down. There's no one here. No one's making any money. So yeah, I think everyone in this area is having a very hard time to make a living. So hopefully soon tourism comes back after everyone, I guess, takes the vaccine shot or COVID just disappears miraculously. It's not looking too good right now. There's a lot of like different types of like Delta and Alpha and all that mumbo jumbo. So it might take another year for tourism in Kyoto to return, but until then I hope everyone can find an alternative to make a living in Kyoto. So yeah, this is one of the streets that I talked about going through because I think this walkway is pretty iconic, and you'll see why I chose this street. So when I first came to Kyoto, I think I came through this street, and when I first walked through I thought it was very beautiful, and even though there was a lot of people during that time, I thought it was somewhere I'd want to go again because I don't know, feels really Japan-ish. Like you can experience like what Japan used to be like, I guess. A lot of movies I feel like use this area, maybe. Not too sure, but as you can tell, we're just walking through. There's some houses. I guess people live here still, but because it's a tourist area, I don't think many people enjoy living here because it's just too loud. But yeah, so we're just walking through, and you can tell that these walls, they're made out of, I think, bamboo leaves, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I should probably do my research on this, but yeah. And then now you can see these lush bamboo forest, I should say, maybe. And yeah, this is pretty iconic for Japan. I guess China has a lot of bamboo forests as well, because I guess pandas eat bamboo, I think. Am I right? Hope I'm right. But yeah, this is pretty famous area for these massive bamboo forests. So yeah, walking through here is pretty nice. It's pretty chill. Like you could tell that there's like a difference in temperature from outside of this bamboo forest and inside. And right here is like garbage cans, which you never see in Japan, so it's pretty rare sight to see. And we just continue walking through this bamboo forest. It's pretty enjoyable. I could walk through this all day long, I feel. But yeah, and in front of me you see, I guess it's called a jinrikisha. It's a cart pulled by a human, that's why it's called jinrikisha. So jinriki is human power, and sha means, I guess, car, but in this case it's a cart. And yeah, so that was a cool sight to see, and I believe later on you'll see the guy pulling the cart run by me very fast, and I think it's right here where the cart goes by. Let's see, yeah, there it is. So that's what it's like, and I tried to follow it, but this guy was really fast. He was a speedy person, so he just moved on through. But yeah, it's a cool sight to see, and I could recommend riding it. And now we're just heading towards Kiyotaki River. We're going through a residential area, I guess, but even the residential areas in Kyoto are pretty beautiful. You could tell with these signs that this area lives off of tourism. Every, I guess, house or street around here is well maintained, and yeah, so we're just continuing this trek. And I was joking about the president of the company that we work for, that he probably lives around here, because he told us before that he does. So yeah, we're just joking about it. And So yeah, we're just heading through, just continuing the trek, and everywhere you go is you could just find traditional landmarks or temples. In this area, we're just gonna swiftly go through, and yeah, there's also a hiking course here as well, so it's highly recommended by my friend. And yeah, we're about to, I guess, get to the final stretch of this hike or jog walk towards Kiyotaki River. We're just barely arriving near it, so this tunnel is pretty famous. I guess, I think there's like a rumor that ghosts or something like lives here. If you come at night you can see it, but yeah, we're not hitting here at night, so we should be safe. But yeah, there's two routes, so you can go through here with a car, or you can walk through here, or you can go through the path above. And we decided to go through the path under, which is much, I think, faster to get to. I'm not sure, but yeah, everything's an experience. So we decided to go through this musky, dark tunnel that is a one-way road, pretty dangerous. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So as you can tell, the road is pretty narrow, so there's only a small space for people to walk through, and one decent sized car can go through. And yeah, this is the exit. Sorry, I took this in a vertical form, so the sides may be cropped, but yeah, it's a pretty beautiful sight to see. It's pretty cool. The way it just nature when you leave the tunnel, it feels kind of like a Ghibli-ish feeling. And yeah, so right here is where the bus stop is that I was talking about earlier. So if you took the bus from Arashiyama Station, you would arrive here. So you would miss out on most of the walk to here. But if you are feeling lazy, I mean, I guess you could take the bus. Well, we just walked here. So, and there's two paths here. The left side is for pedestrians only, and the right side is for pedestrians and cars, I believe. So if you came by a car, you would take the route to the right. We took the route to the left because, yeah, we're just gonna walk all the way over there. And this hill, or I don't know what this steep road is, it was really steep. So, and I was not excited to walk back up here, but yeah, if you're gonna walk here, you're gonna have to take the hard route. And yeah, this was not a very simple road to walk through, so highly recommend wearing very good walking, jogging, hiking shoes, and taking not that much equipment with you, because yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big burden here. But yeah, so we just continued on to the trek, and we arrived at this beautiful area. I'm not sure what this area is. I need to do a lot of research. I'll probably put in the caption maybe if I figure out what this area is. But the trees were just green. The water was, look at this, you can see the clear water. So there's a bunch of like hotaru, or there's a bunch of like animals that only live around here because the water is so clean. So it's highly recommended. Come here. Please don't throw away your trash or litter, because yeah, it's a pretty beautiful area. And we're about to walk over this bridge. And now these bridges, or I mean, if you've gone to Japan, you'd probably understand, but a lot of, I guess, temples are colored in this, I don't know what color this is. It's like a reddish color. But yeah, I love this color. I don't know why, but I just love it. And we're just gonna walk through it. It's a beautiful bridge to walk over. Surprising to see this well-built bridge out in the middle of nowhere, but yeah, I'm not sure why it's there. But yeah, I guess in the caption I'll probably like write a comment. And we just continued walking. This is I guess a residential area, as well as there's some stores, but it's mostly residential. So if you walk through here, there's not gonna be anything to see, so you're just gonna walk through here. So this reddish house to the left, it's not a house, but it's like a, I guess a store. It's like a, I don't know what this was. It's like a booth, I guess, where there's a lot of artists that could post their work. We just skimmed through here, but turns out my colleague has a friend who I guess owns that place. Yeah, and then we're continuing the trek. This path to the left here, we just ignored. It goes to a different hiking trek, I believe. And yeah, this is the tip of the river. It's beautiful. Like I've said, the green. Yeah, it's beautiful. And if you were to come by car, you would park here. This is the road that leads to the road that I just explained, and this is the parking lot. There's a lot of parking space, so you should be able to find one if you come early enough. And there's a bunch of garbage disposal areas. But yeah, so this is the beginning of the trek towards Kiyotaki River. And just talking about how I thought I've been here before. My memory was kind of foggy, but yeah, I think I have been here before. I've walked through here. There's a lot of trekking areas around this area. There's like I think there's one trek that you can go around the whole Kyoto outskirts, I believe. Yeah, next time maybe I'll try that. And yeah, we just, just found stuff that you see in mountains, like a waterfall. And this grandpa right here to the right, I've seen him since the bus station, and he's been walking this whole time, so I'm impressed. Props to him for doing this hike, because honestly I feel like this hike was pretty intense. Good to see that he's doing well. But yeah, this is pretty much gonna be the hike towards Kiyotaki River. The atmosphere or the trees, and it's not gonna really change that much, so you're just gonna see a bunch of clips from here of me just walking through this hike. And as you can tell, most of the pathway there is pretty well paved, so it's not too hard of a hike. So yeah, we're just looking at the sign, and yeah, this is the trek for walking around Kyoto. So there's another trek to the right here that you can take, but we decided to take the one that leads us to Kiyotaki River. So yeah, we're just gonna continue the hike. Our altitude is pretty high now, so the hiking is slightly getting harder and harder. Breathing is getting tougher and tougher, but yeah. But I mean, it's not that high of an altitude yet, so it's pretty simple hike. Yeah, you can tell here we're pretty high up. The river that we saw earlier was way down there now. So yeah, and just taking some sky shots. Look at this. And yeah, there's me saying hi, enjoying the hike, and yeah, we come by some random water spurts. This is like the final stretch towards the Kiyotaki River entrance. So I guess the next part will be me walking through the course. So this is the entrance of the Kiyotaki River. So I guess I'll catch you guys later when we start hiking up to Kiyotaki River.